Just another homesick child, tired of running wild. Oh, I'm ready to stand trial and move on. Though I'm guilty in your sight, show some mercy tonight. I can't make it through the fight alone. Oh, but Lord, Lord, don't make it easy. Keep me working till I work it on out. And I said, please, please, just shine another light on me, that I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Lord, now keep me out of the shadow of a doubt. Play it. As I'm trying to make some sense of this world I'm up against, Lord, I know my best defense is your love. When the struggle gets insane and the lesson's full of pain, keep me calling out your name with love. Oh, but oh no, Lord, don't make it easy. Keep me working till I work it all out. Please, please, oh, just shine another light on me, that I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Keep me out of this shadow of doubt. I will whisper in the dark from the bottom of my heart till I see one little star start to shine. Oh, I will shout it from the mountain high, reaching up to the sky, till you open up my eyes so blind. Oh, but no, Lord, don't make it easy. Well, you just keep working till you work me all out. I said, but please, shine another light on me, till I'm free from this shadow of doubt. Oh, keep me out, shadow of doubt. Keep me free from the shadow of doubt. Hey! Good
Thanks for
morning.
waking up with us.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sorry, Cindy, that was my fault. Oh, they fixing to start clowning me already. It's this early in the morning. They put me in timeout.
Boy, y'all hollering good morning, ain't even get time for the rooster to crow.
Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello.
Ricky's got a minute in the penalty box.
Yep. And we won't tell you why.
I think I got it. I think I got him this morning, Cindy. I think I got him.
Ricky, I can hear you.
You know, sometimes I got to have a look get back, you know.
Ricky is in the penalty box. We started to do a jar for when you say things you shouldn't say,
Oh, I said
and we ended up having to get a 55-gallon drum.
Well, let me.
We'd get the trash can in here and go get one of the big barrels.
Big barrels.
Good night.
Okay,
He
I'm
did
sorry.
not say a bad word. Let me tell everyone, he did not say any bad words.
There
he
you
just
go.
was. He didn't say anything really crude or bad. It's just
The truth. Okay, I'm
that
sorry.
yes.
You remember pig peeing on Charlie Brown?
Yes. Times 80.
Nuclear.
Quantum physics.
All right, let's
Good
go.
morning, guys.
Good morning, Cindy.
Let's go through and get everybody invited, shall we?
Oh, wow.
All right, let's see here. Hold on. Have we got is it me on or who's on?
It's not me
I'm
because
not
my
on yet.
phone's charging.
That must be Frank. Cindy, have you invited everybody?
Well, I can't because I'm on my phone. I can't invite.
I mean, but you've shared on your page, right?
I have shared. and
Okay,
you
well,
know
I'm going to
what?
start sharing and inviting.
You weren't able to share this on your page yesterday, I don't believe, because you were using that phone or the phone that you share it with. So
Oh, I haven't been able
Yes?
to share for 2 days. All right, so let's
I
go ahead. I'm going to
know.
play our little favorite toe tapper in the morning that makes us feel all jazzy and smooth. I'm going to leave the mic
yeah.
open so everybody be on your good behavior.
so don't.
I ain't going
Don't say
into-
nothing political and don't talk about nothing you don't want the world to know. Here's Cindy with Solid Rock. Let's invite everybody now. Y'all go ahead and help us out. That's a bad thing about open mics, ain't it?
You ain't lying. You be on blast every time you get up there.
It could be a terrible blow. I just love the groove on that song. Man. That's so cool. Did you have fun singing it, Cindy?
I sure did.
That is
I
all-
still do. I still do.
I know, but I mean when we were in the studio, when we were creating
Oh,
it.
it was a blast.
We were just giggling. Well, we sat around and did the arrangement on it at her house.
We sure did.
That's an amazing arrangement. I'm telling you, I like that. And Cindy, you sound so good singing that.
Thank you.
That's my idea.
Of course, everything's your idea.
We just bring his
Did you hear what she
ideas
said?
to life.
Everything's your idea.
Takes me
That's as
back when I was
political
about
as it
11.
can be.
Here's Pat. Look, here, watch Pat Coyle go. Here you go. When I grow up, I want to play like Pat.
Keep on living, you'll get there.
Sound like Snoopy.
Yeah.
Or Linus, whoever it was.
Man, make me want to put on a suit. Yeah, that makes me want to put on a suit. Oh, man. Just give it a hat like Michael Jackson, put it down over your eye, and sit there and just rock to the music. Yeah. That's jazzy, boy.
Well, as we're sitting here, you'll be happy to know, Frank, that I've invited you to join our show. I was going down there hitting buttons, and I've invited Frank. I might as well go ahead and invite Ricky and Cindy as well.
Oh yes, go ahead and invite
Yeah.
me.
Good morning,
I'll be
Jeff
glad to come.
Seidel.
Jeff
Oh, Jeff.
Seidel. He's been
Good
trying to get me
morning,
for
Jeff.
3 days.
Again?
Yeah,
I've known him 5 years, Chef, and I still
That
don't get
ain't
him.
mine.
that's me.
Yeah. I like that one.
Uh-huh.
Said I've known him 40 and still don't get him.
Yeah, I'll call you back. Stay by your phone.
Yeah.
No, I answer the phone when I call you now.
Yeah. You can BT me, right?
Yeah.
40 years later.
Yeah. Frank called me one time. He called me one time. He said, "I just want to thank you." And I said, "For what?" "For not ringing my phone for the last 4 days."
Frank, I'm going to try that. I'm going to go.
you don't answer anyways. What's the difference?
I answer sometimes.
I'm talking about Ricky.
I'm
no,
scared to
Ricky.
answer.
No, Ricky don't. This guy stays on his phone constantly, but he will go underground on you.
In a minute.
Yeah. It tells you something when you got a guy that every time you're with him, you can't hold a conversation because he's on the phone, and then when he ain't with you, you can't get him, and he won't answer the phone.
Let me tell you something. I answer the phone whenever you call. You got me so
Did you answer me the phone this morning?
Wait
Did you
for a
answer
call
the phone this morning? You let it. He's shell shocked.
I look for my phone to ring even when it's not supposed to. I get up in the morning. He said, "I let you sleep in. We should have told me that yesterday."
He's sitting on the side of the bed. We're like Matt Dooley. We came on the show. If we don't see Matt, we start worrying. If I don't call Ricky at about 6:45, he's like, well, I hope he's all right. Let me start calling the hospitals.
Any minute now.
Let me start calling the hospitals.
I got to the point where sometimes I would just go downstairs and sit on the little bench in front of the house. I'm sitting up there, got my bag and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Swatting mosquitoes.
Hey, look, I mean, Cindy.
Yes.
Cindy and I got talk. I mean, we talk for 5 years. We've talked every day, at least one time a day, or if not.
But they weren't
Most
all
of the
that.
time. Most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just about every day, because we've collaborated on albums and other artists and business and smallest gifts and you know that. So we're always talking.
Yeah.
And for the record, Kirk's usually there on the phone too.
We are all talking, the three of us.
Yeah,
That's right.
and Alma's
That's
in earshot and stuff like that, unless I'm in the car. So
We're
nobody get no IDs.
No IDs.
Heck no.
But
That'd
if
be
I
a
go
long
if I
shot.
go like a day and I don't hear from Cindy, I start thinking I must be in the penalty box. I've done something and she's done got the hub at me. She's done got hub. She done got the red butt.
Because I'm going to tell you, boy, I spend more time with this guy than I do anybody down here. Wow.
It's because I feel sorry for you. It ain't because I like you or nothing. I just feel sorry for you because nobody likes you.
I'm back in the mud again, see? They pulled me out there and dropped me right back in there.
Don't make me do it.
I try to teach her. I try to act right around you.
Around who?
Yeah, you do.
Ricky?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
I
you try to be a good example.
I know that house he lives in over there. It's about 4 times as much as mine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know what, though? Everybody can be used for something. We can always use Ricky as the bad example.
See? See that? See that?
Use me as the bad example.
Yeah.
Use Ricky as the good example. Use me as the bad example.
Now, you don't wear that shirt up there in Detroit, do you?
Oh, no.
No, I didn't get away with your life.
You better have something with a lion on it or a tiger.
Well, I had people talking this morning, or talking to me. Like I was talking to a couple people last night about some of that stuff Heath was talking about, and us talking about. It's crazy how we all live in the same country, but we're so culturally diverse. And you think about, like when Frank and I, we were coming through Fort Payne. We had been to down there for a thing, and we were coming through, and one of us, I can't remember which one it was, just said to the other, well, now what do these people here have in common with somebody in New York City or Detroit or Los Angeles? And we got the same government trying to run all of it.
Yep.
You know? And they don't have a clue. And if everybody get out of their bubble and just go for a ride and go see each other.
And go around, yeah.
You might get it. Like Heath was talking about yesterday. We're not really that far divided. We're really not.
We're not. We just don't realize it because they have us as to where everybody wants to stay in their same bubble. That has been a message they've been preaching for a long time. As long as the people are not together, we are easier to control.
Yeah. Well, dang, we ain't going there.
Well, I'm just telling the truth. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, if I keep you guys all the same, then y'all are easy. See, I need y'all on the same track, so
See?
y'all are easier to control. See?
Speaking of track, let's play one. Here's Kenzie. What the world needs now is Ricky to answer his phone.
I look around at all the faces and I see all the lonely people looking back at me. Everybody's hungry in a different way. We're crawling and climbing and kicking and screaming and fighting, but really what the world needs now is love. Love and only love. A little gift from up above, sent to make a better day. Let's come together, let our difference down, spread it all around. That's what the world needs now. La 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 la. Sometimes all it takes is just a smile to change somebody's weather, chase the clouds out of the sky. Sometimes you gotta give and not receive. Sometimes you gotta live what you believe. Open your eyes, 'cause that's where it starts, right here with you. But really what the world needs now is love. Love and only love. A little gift from up above, sent to make a better day. Let's come together, let our difference down, spread it all around. That's what the world needs now. Nobody likes the cold. We all need someone to hold. No one wants to be alone. What the world needs now is love. Love and only love. A little gift from up above, sent to make a better day. Let's come together, let our difference down, spread it all around. That's what the world needs now. Love and only love. A little gift from up above, sent to make a better day. Let's come together, let our difference down, spread it all around. That's what the world needs now.
Cinderella.
Kenzarella.
Kenzarella.
Yeah, that's Kenzarella.
She got her braces off yesterday. Did you
I
see the
saw
picture?
that. That picture was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was excited.
It's hard to take a bad picture, Kenzie.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She's so pretty.
Well, she's beautiful inside and out.
Yes, she
That's
is.
for sure.
You all just don't know.
She's
She
well, she's a little
torments
bit
me.
ornery. She has
Oh
to be a
gosh,
little bit
she's ornery. Yeah, she's ornery to me. We pick on each other all the time.
She can hold her own.
That's why I call her your Hindindus. What's the weather
And
where
she-
you are? Let's do some weather. You want to? What's weather where you are, Cindy?
Yeah. It's 79
Ricky. By the way,
degrees in
everybody, Ricky
Lubbock.
went to get coffee. He's not in the penalty box. He just went to make the
No.
coffee. He
Well,
wouldn't
they're
answer
making
his
him do the
phone
work.
this morning.
It's in Lubbock. It's 79 degrees with a projected high of 97.
You can have it.
And the humidity, 0% chance of rain, 61% humidity. The winds are south-southwest at 15 miles per hour, 10-mile visibility, and a UV index of 0.
All right. Well, what
Do
we,
y'all's UV index ever come up?
oh yeah,
yes,
it
the
gets
other-
pretty daggone
the-
UV out there.
The other day it was 10. Yeah.
Did
but
we
it
lose our
changed.
feed?
I think so.
We lost our feed.
2.3 thousand likes, 43 live. Okay, yeah.
Now we're going back.
The live feed had ended.
We somehow we lost our live feed there on Smallest Gifts.
Do we have to reshare?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming back on here in just a second.
Don't know what happened, but should be back. We should be back on.
We're back on.
Maybe it just didn't like it with Ricky being gone. All right, so we'll go back and like it again. Let's play a record.
And great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness.
That's why I stirred the milk in the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Here.
Y'all got to watch them open mics.
You ain't lying. Oh, were we that close? I was trying to say.
That's Demetria Stallings and me.
She's got a
And,
beautiful voice too.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it
That's
pretty?
another one of your. That's a beautiful arrangement of
Yeah.
that song. Well, I think one of my favorites.
That's
Beautiful.
me. That's me and Demetria. And she stood right by
Yeah.
the piano, and we just did it. That's why there's really no time on it.
Yeah, yeah.
She cut that with standing right beside the piano,
Mm-hmm.
and me just playing it live.
Yeah.
And then we sent it off to Paul Nelson to do the
strings.
string work and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah,
really
isn't that
pretty, man. That's very
Gorgeous.
pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was good. It was really intense when we did it too.
Yeah.
Good.
Good
Right
morning,
over-
Debbie Jenkins.
Good morning, Deb.
I got your message. Thank you very much.
We did it right over there at Master Sound with Rob Ulsh, right here in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. I don't know what
Again.
kicked us off of Facebook, but I think it went off about the time Ricky left. So, anyway,
Is it back on?
we've got the timeout sheet here for so Cindy can put somebody in the penalty box when she needs to.
There you go.
There's only two of you I'm worried about.
I'm just going to get me a.
I know.
I'm gonna get
We're
me
not
a.
worried about Frank.
I'm gonna get me a rubber band and just.
You need to give that timeout slip to Frank so he can.
Let me hand it out, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
I'll
gonna
let-
like that. Yeah.
I'll let Frank be.
There
He'll
you go,
let Frank
Frank.
can blow the whistle.
Yeah.
So Frank, how come you don't? When you gonna have to wear it?
I was thinking
I'm gonna
about.
put it on Ricky like this.
I had a yeah. Don't put it on.
Now. See, he gets his first one.
Frank gets it. Frank gets. He's riding the pine.
That's right. You got to wear it now, baby boy. We'll put it up there just like that.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. I got a package from you in the mail. Let's see, I know I can't get the timeout, so yeah, Matt, you can't get the timeout, but you can get banished. So don't put anything up there. Cindy will banish you.
I'm
She-
going
she-
to give that warning. I will delete you. I have deleting power. So
Oh,
keep
she
track.
does.
Oh.
Cindy
If
will.
you talk something, a bad word, it's out of there.
Yeah, Cindy will banish a person right off the place. I mean, you can't even
Yeah,
get back
I
in. Yeah.
So Heath feels pretty good, huh?
Huh?
I
Yeah.
said Heath feels pretty good now that he's not in timeout anymore.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we
We
let him
need-
out of the box, but
We
good
need,
night.
we need to have him back on the show, have him tell us stories again because we really couldn't hear him yesterday.
Yeah, I
Now
know we
that
do
we've
need to,
got-
but I need to. I tell you something else too. I need to. You know how I'll take songs and rewrite them. I was thinking about my brother when we went to basic training and he showed up in his bikini underwear
Oh, my
with
God.
butterflies on it. You know, my brother and I. For those of you who didn't get it yesterday, my brother and I went to boot camp together, and when they made us take our clothes off, I'm standing there beside my brother wearing butterfly bikini underwear. And I started thinking about rewriting butterfly breeches underneath your pants. Butterfly undies underneath your pants.
Fly.
There you go.
You could have started singing "Butterfly Kisses" by Faith.
No.
Okay.
All
I
I did
didn't
was
say,
laugh.
hey, look over here at Cindy. I'm over here. I'm the guy in the red
All I
shirt.
did was laugh.
I see you. I see you.
I didn't do it.
That's Mark.
Let's see.
That's Frank. You know that's Frank doing that.
I have a warning, and I'm not afraid to use it.
All right. Frank got a roll going. I think it's something in this coffee this morning because he revved up.
I'm telling you. Yeah. We'll have to tell the story
You're supposed to
about.
be on my side.
We'll have to tell you the story about when Frank got beat up by a Bible salesman and banished from Woolworths.
Poor Frank.
Well, so we started doing the weather, and then then the internet kicked off, or the Facebook kicked off. I don't know what their problem is, but at any rate, I just tell you this. I was looking at it, so I don't have to pull it up and read it again. But we're looking at about 83 for a high today here. We got a cold snap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to
about
the
time.
beach.
We need it.
Huh?
We need it.
I'm going down the beach.
Go down to the beach.
I'm telling you, we need it because, buddy, we've been up here
What
sweating. like,
beach are you going
whoa,
to?
Hebrew slaves.
I don't know.
Where you going down to?
I
well,
might
mean,
just go down to Rudy or something, throw a pole out.
I've never been to Rudy Inlet. I've never been. I want to go down there and see what's going on. I've never been down there. Boy, they looking at me like I just pulled my pants down.
No, Ricky. What? Here, let me mute Ricky.
Yeah.
No. Is that a fishing pier?
No, it's just a bunch of rocks and a concrete
just fish on it.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know. See, I didn't know.
It's-
You ought to
Yeah.
come to Virginia Beach sometime.
It's what they call the loop.
I'm trying.
Now, Ricky, you'll need a 5-gallon bucket
Okay.
to sit on. Yeah, that's what you do. You
I
take
know.
your
I know.
bucket to sit on.
I've been fishing before, but I
Yeah,
didn't know that
They
was.
don't use cane poles down there.
I was using a fishing pole. Thank
Right.
you.
Old Man River.
And you can't let your line get tied up with the
You sound
yachts
just
coming
like
in
my
and
music
out.
teacher when you did that.
Old Man
We did that
River.
play. We did that play in high school. You sound just like
You know what we
Mr.
did?
Ashley.
You know a play? You know, honest to goodness, a play we did when I was in the 6th grade? We did Hee Haw.
Really?
Yeah. That was culture for us, man. We didn't get the joke. I was about 18 before I realized, hey, man, this
I
is a
would
joke.
like to have seen that, boy.
Yeah, we didn't know it was a joke.
Boy, for some city boys coming down there, we'd have been screaming.
Yeah. Grandpa, I mean, it's like some of that stuff they make fun of on the Beverly Hillbillies. I'm thinking, yeah, let's serve it up. Come on, Granny. Get after it.
Get after it.
Yeah, rattling pots and pans, sweetheart. We'll be waiting in here in the fancy eating room.
In the fancy eating room. In the fancy.
Yeah, we'll be here in the fancy eating room.
Boy, I love that
I'm
hillbilly
telling you.
language. Boy, I do.
Man, I tell you what, growing up in West Virginia in the 1960s was like growing up anywhere else in the 1920s, you know.
Man, I'm telling you,
And,
y'all.
and honest to goodness, I remember we didn't have one in our house, but most everybody else we knew had a pump right in the kitchen.
yeah, I've seen
In the
them.
kitchen, you had a pump in the kitchen sink.
You
know,
sure did.
and where you took your bath at was also in the kitchen, and your bathtub hung on the back porch. Now we had that's what we had.
They had the
No,
swinging
that's-
bathtub.
that is
No, your
true.
bathtub was a big old wash tub, and you just get it down and set it on the floor, and Mama heat up water on the stove, on the coal stove, and pour the hot water in, and you thin it out with some cool water. Everybody uses the same water, and you hope you get in there, at least first, second, or third, because by the time you get to number
Oh, that
5,
road grime was
by the time
all your
by the time you get to number 5, you might as well be in the river. You know what I
Time
mean?
time for a history. Well, and Mark, that's where that we should tell everyone.
What?
That's where this. That's
And
where
hope
the
nobody don't do
saying-
nothing in the tub they oughtn't to do. Do what? Go ahead.
Hush, hush. That's where the saying comes: "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater," because the baby would usually be the last one bathed.
Well, that's
And
true.
so
I
the
guess
water,
that's it.
true. No, that is true. That's
Be,
a true statement.
now be careful. You have to sign an affidavit before you get in the tub. So you,
The first time I saw Bubba do a baptism was over.
it was in that horse trough that's out there right now.
Yeah, it was over
Really?
top the restaurant.
That's
at
what
the old
Bubba used to
cowboy
use
church.
for the baptistry. That horse trough that's out there by the garden right now. That was the baptistry.
I would like to see somebody like Mark Johnson try to get baptized in that.
How'd you
being
like to see
his
me
height.
try to get in it?
Yeah, at his height.
Hey!
Mark Johnson's way up here, and you got that little bitty trough. He says, "I'm like, baby, would you just sit down in the water?" and
Yeah,
come
you'd have to
out?"
call day and night garage. Use a rollback.
Yeah, because Mark got
Pull
some
him back
length
in.
to him. He
I
tall.
mean, that joker's long. He wouldn't fit in that tub. You'd have to baptize him with his legs hanging out of the tub.
I've
His
seen,
whole
him,
back would be on the rim.
I've seen him baptize many in it now.
Wow.
That was silly.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the truth. That's not silly. That's the truth.
wow.
Yeah. Here's a song that I like doing. Oh, that's Marty Raven
Hi, folks.
first.
I'm Marty Raven of the country music group Shenandoah, and you're
Really?
listening to the Smallest Gifts Radio Network on SGBN.
Well, thank you, Marty.
I'm gonna tell you.
We had
boy.
some people ask us to play some old stuff. Here's one by the Tallies that goes all the way back probably to, I'd say, the late 70s. I know a man who can.
I can't take a heart that's broken, make it over again. But I know a man who can. I can't take a soul that's sin sick, wash it white, white as snow. But I know a man who can. Some call him Savior, the Redeemer of all men. I call him Jesus, for he's my dearest friend. If you think that no one loves you and your life is out of hand, I know a man who can. I can't walk upon the water, and I can't calm a raging sea. But I know a man who can, and I can't cause blinded eyes to be opened, or the lame to get up and walk again. Oh, but I know a man who can. Some call him Savior, the Redeemer of all men. I call him Jesus, for he's my closest and dearest friend. If you think that no one loves you and your life is out of hand, I know a man who can. Yes, I know a man. I know a man who
I told you wrong. That was not the Tallies. That was the Cathedrals, but it was Kirk Talley singing it. What are y'all over cutting up about? I'm here trying to work.
I think somebody took their silly pill this morning.
Well, look, let me tell you. Let me tell you one thing that's going on. Frank Friday got his pick line out,
Oh.
and today he is not wearing the boot on his foot.
The air has returned to
And
his
Ricky
brain.
wants to go get a Rottweiler. What'd you say?
I was gonna get it. He said he wanted to ask him, was he having trouble walking on it? He said, nope. I said, well, we'll see how much in shape it is. My boy got a pit bull over there. We'll let him chase you down the street. We'll see how good that foot is.
Yeah, and I'll get one of Virginia Beach's finest to catch you out here on your bicycle and say, hey man, he's got a warrant on file.
That'll slow my roll.
Yeah. Ricky be driving down the road singing the upper road.
That's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible.
He come in here this morning singing, "Lord, lift me up."
He sure did.
Don't explain that one.
I won't explain that
no,
one.
You won't be in the timeout box then. You'll be
I'll be off the show.
yeah.
Cindy
We
will
might,
say, nope.
we might have to give you suspension for a couple of days.
Yeah, we may.
Well, I think I
have to.
can sum it up for you in a nice manner. Miss Barbara Sanchez, Ree's mama, gave him this cleansing formula.
It was tea.
From what I understand, he's been washed whiter than snow. He said it'd make you free from sin.
I feel like Hollow Man.
They ought to fly.
I feel like Hollow
What'd be
Man.
cool is if they fly over that with the helicopter and dust this traffic out here with it at about 5 o'clock, to loosen that up.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
That's what, Cindy?
That's boy
That's
talk.
not a good idea. That would
What had loosened the traffic up?
Oh, my
you think
God.
about that, and you're gonna be.
I can't get over
surprised, 'cause I'm
thinking about Dooley trying to get in and out of that.
I knew
bath-
that was coming
tub
back.
out
I
there.
knew that was coming back. That was just hanging in the
That'd
air.
be fun. You ever think about the fact, though, that seriously, you ever think about the fact that fat kids don't get kidnapped? You never seen a little fat kid on a milk carton?
Now,
Just
we
imagine
don't-
imagine the kidnappers trying to pick him up, and the kid going, "Hey, hey, hey!" He won't fit in the trunk. I mean, what are you gonna do?
We don't discriminate on this show. We don't discriminate about if you're tall, if you're
Oh,
short,
my
if
God.
you're
Roll him
big,
on down
if
the
you're
street. We'll
little.
get him there.
So you're going to go to the penalty box.
For
You're gonna go to
what?
the penalty box.
I just said, look, if you're gravitationally impaired,
Oh, my God.
No,
Gravitationally.
we be nice. Mama always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say
well,
something.
I tried to be politically
I'm gonna say-
correct. It's gravitationally impaired.
Oh, boy.
Some of it, yeah.
Not saying something nice does not mean.
Okay,
It's
here,
saying
let's do
something
this.
funny.
Here, let's do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna get me some T-shirts made up. It says "Winning the War Against Anorexia." Eradicate anorexia in this lifetime.
And it all starts with you.
Yeah, get a T-shirt that says "I'm in training to be a sumo."
I think we learn to love ourselves just as we are.
Yes, thank you, Cindy.
Oh my goodness! Here's a song by Ree Sanchez. One of the prettiest songs that's ever been put out. I think it's called "Mom's Song." If you're a daughter, or if you're a mom, you're gonna love this song.
I hope Barbara's watching. Is Barbara Sanchez on?
Not-
Little girl, you see her there, playing in her room, all dressed up for make-believe, in your high-heeled shoes. And as she twirls, you join her fun, spinning her around the wide hallway. And she leans in close to say, Mommy asked Jesus to make me beautiful like you today. 5 years old, you walk her to her first day of school. She grips your hand so tightly now, just to keep her cool. And as you reach her teacher's door, you bend down to hug her fears away. And she leans in close to say, Mommy asked Jesus to make me strong like you today. Now the years
put your foot down and you try to explain that boy is just trouble. Hold out for the one who's worth the wait. And in a while she can say, Mom, let's ask Jesus to make me wise like you today. Then one June day she's standing there, dressed all in white. She adjusts her veil and picks up the flowers, holds them tight. And Dad is waiting to take her to the man she is going to wed today. And she leans in close to say, Mom, I know it feels like I'm leaving you today, but you taught me to live and taught me to love. You taught me how to pray. And so I've asked Jesus to make me. And so I've asked Jesus to make me just like you
That's
Ve-
Ree.
Yeah, that's very
That's so
well
pretty.
done. Isn't that so pretty?
Isn't that good stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me try something here. Just everybody stand by a minute. It says it couldn't complete call. There is a call in progress. Please try again later. Okay, I can't do it. I have to get on the internet to do it.
Well, you're listening to the smallest gifts broadcast network.
Yeah. You got any funny news? I mean, you got any news or good
you
news
know, I
over
didn't
there?
pull any up this morning or last night.
See, he took his boot off and lost his mind.
Yes, I did.
Well, he feels like he's been set free. That's the problem.
Put that
Or
boot
not the
back
problem.
on.
He feels like he's free from sin and been delivered and everything.
I'm dreading this 1:45 appointment today.
Uh-oh.
What's it about?
What's that about?
Cardiologist.
What's he going to tell you?
Oh, I'm sure he's going to say, well, look, we need to schedule another,
Thing?
yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, they go up and check it 'cause he hadn't done it in 2 years. He mentioned it last time I'd seen him.
Oh.
And I'm going to say, you know what, Doc, just leave me alone.
That's why I won't let them give me that other surgery they want me to get. When I'm ready, I'll let y'all know. But until then, I'm fine.
You know, they
Okay?
took this PIC line out Friday, right? So I'm in the OR, and there's a doctor and a nurse there. And I said, well, you know, doesn't this work just like a regular IV?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, they got all these masks and suits and all that on, right? Like an operating room, right?
You thought you had
Yeah.
suffering from radiation
So she
poisoning.
clips these little stitches and stuff and pulls a line. Line's about a foot and a half long. I'm thinking, good night.
Did you see him take it out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was wide awake. They didn't sedate me or nothing. So I thought, all right, well, that's cool. Throw the Band-Aid on. I can go home. She said, oh, no. That little nurse got up and put that pressure up on that thing. I'm thinking,
You trying to kill me in here?
no wonder I've been here. You talk about hurt and sore.
I bet.
What
But
did they do?
You know, they do the same thing when they do that
Did they stitch you?
heart catheterization. No, No, just put a
They
Band-Aid.
don't want you to bleed out of that. Yeah, they have to be
Right.
careful with
So
that.
why was she pressing on it?
to stop it from bleeding, to get it clot
Yeah.
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy.
You know, same thing when I had my very first heart catheterization. It was on my birthday, and I was in the hospital from congestive heart failure. This has been a couple years ago, and the doctor come in and said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And this is like on February 9th.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I'd like to be in my birthday suit."
I just said out of here would be the best.
And he
present.
laughed. You know, he laughed. So the morning of the 11th, they take me down to the OR to do the this test.
Yeah.
And he comes in, pulls that green sheet back. He said, "Yep, you're in your birthday suit. Happy birthday." And I forgot all about that. I told him that. But he didn't forget.
Well, you got your wish, didn't you?
He said everything was great then. I mean, I had no blockages. And
Good.
Ricky has no blockages.
I should have never said anything to this. I should have
Sometimes
never
I
said
wonder about
anything
the-
this morning.
no,
Do what,
sometimes
Cindy?
Sometimes I wonder about you and Ricky. I wonder about you guys if you don't have some blockage in your circulation to your brain. I don't know. I'm
Why?
not positive. You're crazy.
Who is?
Because you're crazy. The two of you are crazy. And
well, I'll let you know the first one of them to stroke.
Well, and I'm not. And I want to let our audience know this is not a put on.
We've decided. Ricky and I have decided we're going to start wrestling under the hood. We're going. We're going to join the NWA. If that don't work, we're going for the Chippendales.
Now that's a Kodak moment there.
You ain't lying. You are not lying.
We're going to be touring old folks' homes.
Boy, if that
Well,
going.
that's where they might, the ones where they're blind, they might, or they have macular degeneration. I don't know, they probably would.
Because, buddy,
Yeah.
please don't let me imagine that.
When we go to restaurants, I go sit at a different table. I don't want anyone to know. What?
What?
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my
no,
God.
you make me fall out of my seat laughing. I'm afraid I'm going to choke. We'll actually say, stop it. We've got to eat.
Gary Johnson said he's getting ready to go on a mission trip to Tijuana, Mexico in September.
Yeah.
He was going to lose 50 pounds, but decided instead to buy one size larger shorts.
That always works. When I started putting on weight, I started thinking that they start making the seats in airplanes smaller, you know. I couldn't see. I started thinking my arms were just getting shorter as I got older, you know. I mean, it couldn't be me falling apart.
When me and him flew to Guatemala.
Oh, my
You
God.
talking about 20 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound bag. You should have seen us seat to seat in that airplane.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm surprised the plane wasn't tilted.
Well, it wasn't much of a plane to start with. It looked like the pilot looked like the guy on Gilligan. You know what I mean? He's got his hat and his stuff on. We will have you in Guatemala very, very soon. Your flight attendant will be bringing you cigarros. You will have a toro. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
pilots are getting younger and younger every day.
Yeah, pretty soon.
I've noticed that. I remember I remember when we came out of basic training going through the airport and saluting them because they had stripes on their sleeves.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure. So we saluting the bus driver. You know, bus driver got that? Yes, sir. Salute the bellhop, everything, man. Because you're just not sure. And you don't want to get one of them good boot camp cussings, you know. You think, I done had 12 weeks of this foolishness. I'm not interested.
Everybody with a stripe on, I'm saluting. I
Yeah.
don't give a darn.
Yeah, good night. I remember that. You talk about airline pilots getting younger.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Oh, I know.
And doctors. The doctors are younger too. Wow, or they look like they're 24 years old.
They just start early, so they have more time to experiment on us.
Well, they used to be young. We just didn't notice. They just,
Doctors used to be old and gray.
Yeah. Well,
And they used to do everything.
Thank you. Look up now. You see your niece getting ready to perform surgery on you.
oh yeah.
Well, now you got to.
She's 15.
There's a doctor for everything. Your regular doctor can't see you if you have this or that or
Yeah.
Well, they can. They just don't want to because they all own these little corporates, these little cooperatives together.
Yeah.
And they can send you over here. I figured out, see, when I learned to read prescriptions, because I had to go to school to learn how to read prescriptions, that's another story. But when I learned how to read prescriptions, I always thought before I learned how to read them that they wrote it like that in some kind of code. So the doctor was saying, like, I just got him for $80. See how much you can get him for. Let me know. And they didn't want you to know what they were saying, you know. That's what I used to think they did, but no, I figured it out. It's I had to go to school for it. I have to test for it every year. So.
I got him for $80.
Yeah, I just got him for 80. See what you can do. Yeah, diagnose him with something.
Yeah,
wonder how many people have had their no kidding. I wonder how many people had their appendix taken out because
didn't
the
need
doctor.
it.
Yeah, because the doctor was behind on his child support. You know. Hey, let's set Ricky up for about, let's take Ricky's appendix out and,
we put in one made by Mattel.
yeah, let's get him a spinal tap and
Yeah.
a few things like that.
Stuff
Just
you don't even need.
yeah, send him some MRIs and.
Now we love our doctors, so let's.
What
not,
are you?
got to be careful.
Listen, what are you so defensive about? Everybody knows that doctors and guys that work on your transmission use the same program. You go in there, they got the same software. You go in there and say, "Hey, my transmission slipping," and instead of just putting a little transmission fluid in it, they say, "Oh man, this thing's shot. We're going to rebuild the whole thing. $2,900." They back it out. They put some Slick 50 in it and pull it into it. And you
Let
pay
it sit there
$2,900
for a couple of days and then call you.
Yeah, that's how they do. Charge you. You go to the hospital, they charge you. You think I could stay over at the Ramada Inn and be a whole lot more comfortable?
Yeah.
I'm sitting up in this joint and somebody here waking me up to give me sleeping pills. What in the world? Leave me alone. You waking me up to give me a sleeping pill?
They want you to sleep even longer.
Look, yeah, I'll hit this button if I ain't sleeping or if I'm in pain. Just get out of here. I'm sick. I don't want y'all fooling with me. That's like when you're in the hospital, people come to visit you. You feel like you got to entertain them. And they're sitting there talking to each other. And they're talking about ball games. You're sitting there saying, please just get the blank out of here. Can y'all just go to the house and go out in the lobby? I'm trying to rest. I don't feel good. I'm up here putting up with y'all. Get out of here.
Y'all making me hurt even worse.
Why couldn't we discuss this when I wasn't in the hospital?
Thank you.
You ain't seen me. You ain't seen me in a year.
You ain't talking about that.
You hadn't called me in 6 months. Now you up here grieving. Oh, he'll be. Forget that.
Be praying over you and everything.
I know it.
I told them nurses my last stint in there a couple months ago. I guess it was about my third day, and there was no sleep. I mean, between the IVs and the machine, the IVs are hooked.
Oh yeah, this is when he's in the hospital just his last time.
That thing beeping all the time. And I finally watched her one time, and I saw her come in and push these buttons. So things started beeping and stuff. I pulled the thing over to me, started.
You deprogrammed that
Yeah,
thing.
I found the alarm silence button.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for 30 seconds, and it starts going
Right
off again.
back again.
So about the third night, it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I am just getting ready to doze off, and this big alarm goes off in this room, and I'm thinking, what in the world? It ain't the IV machine. The lady comes running in there. Oh, you can't get out the bed. I said, well, I'm not getting out the bed. I just sat up on the side of it.
Yeah.
She said, well, we have the alarm on. You're not allowed to get up. The alarm? Bed just raising Cain. I said, let me tell you something. Almost like up there in Chicago, going across that parking lot.
Let me explain something to you.
Let me explain something to you, right? Either you turn this machine off on this IV, the alarm off, and you turn this bed alarm off, and anything else in this room you get alarmed, or I'm pulling this IV out of my arm, I'm going home right now. I need some rest. I don't care what's wrong with me internally, I got to go. Well, she come in there and started turning everything off.
One of the best stories Frank's got about his hospitalness is, and we've told it online, I want you to tell it again, is when he had this portable defibrillator thing hooked up to shock your heart if your heart goes out on you.
Yeah, when I had my first
He's got the shock
congestive-
absorber hooked right up to him. You know,
The first
said
congestive
shock
heart failure.
absorber.
The first
he get ready to
congestive
get
heart failure.
shockified.
Shocked acute.
They said that my infraction rate of my heart is very low, and your
Okay.
infraction rate's how I guess the pressure that
Yeah.
your heart beats. And mine was down under 23 or 24 or something. It's supposed to be in the 60. So they said, well, your heart can stop at any time. I said, okay, I'm not scared. No, well, we have to put this defibrillator on you, and it's like a backpack type.
Yeah.
Almost like a woman's bra type
Yeah.
thing you put on. Got pads on the front, pads in the back, and it's got on a cord, and there's a box that hangs on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I wear the thing. I go through all their training and stuff. And get out of the hospital, go back and working in my restaurant, and got to go to Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Restaurant Depot. So I walk in Restaurant Depot, and I'm in the cooler where all the meat is.
Yeah.
And this box starts raising Cain. All these alarms. Bystanders, please stand back.
You thought you was going to explode.
Well, I pulled the plug. I thought, you ain't shocking me. Oh, no. Because I guess it's supposed to hit you at a certain time. And I thought, no, you ain't getting me.
And this, what was it? Was it going to shock you?
Oh, yes.
Because of the temperature change.
About
Oh
8
yeah,
seconds.
it was.
8
Yeah,
seconds,
it was getting ready to
gonna
put it
hit
on
me.
him. He was scared it'd be flopping around like a trout you done threw up in the boat.
Well,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was the drop in temperature that made that thing activate.
Well, no, it was a drop in the heartbeat, I guess.
Nobody knows, but he come peeling out of it.
Did you take it off?
No, I just pulled the plug on the box.
You turned yourself off.
I sure did.
Stand back.
Bystanders, please stand back.
It's just classic stuff.
You
man.
felt like a suicide bomber, didn't you?
I'd be scared to wear. I'd be scared to wear that thing now.
Yeah, that thing be going off every 30 seconds. You
Yeah,
talking about not getting any rest?
Well, you get shot at 100 yards away. One of them cops. Uh-oh.
I got to. I wish I could get Michael online, but Michael would be in the penalty box from the first word. But I got to. I wish y'all could hear this story. I mean, on this particular thing, Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, on this particular story, Michael was telling me about that. They got a call that there was some guy. Yeah, Michael, my son, the policeman. They got a. He got a call. There was a guy behind this big shoe factory, big where they make commercial tuna shoes, and he's got a rifle. So they called in. They think maybe it's a disgruntled employee coming there to shoot everybody. Okay, so they go through the woods, and about 12 cops come up on this old boy. They come on him with AR-15s and bazookas, and, machine guns and all this kind of stuff. And the guy's just out there shooting rats in the garbage dump with a BB gun or pellet gun. They've got him all stretched out over there. And, of course, the department that would get you suspended is what the guy said to them. But, it had to do with going and changing his laundry. Boys, I'm going to need to go.
Let me read what Deanna wrote.
All right.
Deanna wrote here.
Oh,
My
God.
favorite was when Marvin came to visit me in the hospital, and afterwards I get the bill, and on it was $5,000 for bacteria infectionist control inhibitor. Marvin opened a box of tissues for $5,000. Forget
no.
that. You use your shirt next time.
Yeah, a $5,000 box of tissue.
Them jokers better last forever.
You ain't kidding. You couldn't use that many in your lifetime. You
sure
could use
did.
them to clean your furniture and your tires and everything. Could use up $5,000 worth of Kleenex.
Bacteria infectionist control inhibitors.
Yeah.
I ain't never in my life.
That's a doggone shame.
Yeah, bacterial infection control inhibitors,
It wasn't nothing but a box
otherwise
of tissue.
known as Kleenex.
Got
Thank
one
you.
right back behind you.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
one right here, y'all.
Yeah.
We're
A
gonna bill
whole
you.
box of them, and I've been running through them. It ain't cost me nothing
Yet,
yet.
Mark will be deducting out your paycheck.
I remember one time when I was in the service. Trying to order a simple ashtray, and I found it in the in the catalog where you order stuff through, and it started with receptacle, ash, comma, aluminum. Receptacle, comma, ash, comma, aluminum.
That's a doggone shame.
And an aluminum ashtray had a government value of about $350.
You're kidding.
No, and they were and the government was paying. I remember Al Gore holding up a bottle of Simonize wax or floor wax and a bottle of government wax. He says, "This is 98 cents." And this is $300 for floor wax. How do you think they funding all them projects and get everybody in trouble? You know, that's how they do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Golly,
Hey, we're
Moses.
top of the guys. We're top of the hour.
Hey, we're top of the hour. We're halfway there.
You
Hang
mean
on.
we got another hour to go?
Yeah, we got another hour to go. Here we go, y'all.
Yeah, Cindy, you better think of something.
All right, here we
Screw your
go.
wig on tight.
Those of you on the West Coast, out there where the left is right,
Thanks for waking up with us. Good morning.
out in California,
Out in California.
wake up, y'all.
Good morning.
Wake up, people.
Get up, woman. Start rattling them pots and pans.
You see how much juice I got.
Did you ever notice how if I say to Ricky, like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" But if I say to Cindy, "Woman, what's going on?" It don't work the same.
No, it doesn't.
Sure does.
Hey, man, hand me a cup of coffee. No problem. You say, "Woman, give me a cup of coffee." It just don't work like it.
It ain't the same thing.
Wonder why. Good morning, sunshine. All you sunshiners out there in the Sunshine Club.
Yeah, maybe you can share now, Ricky, with some folks like the rest of us have to do every morning.
Ricky's in his own world.
You know what?
Well, you know, if we went down his friend list. Let's see, she came from...
Ricky's got more beautiful Russian girlfriends than anybody I've ever seen.
Not my fault.
Good morning, Rod.
You single ladies out there, Ricky is accepting applications. You can hit him up on, on lookingformrgoodbar.com.
And that's for another show. That's for another network.
What is?
Yeah.
And don't forget the $3.99.
Talking about Ricky's love life.
Uh-oh.
Why is that a
Ricky
different
doesn't
show?
need it.
He's single.
Oh, he ain't in love.
Ricky's single.
But he doesn't need any help from you.
Why not?
Look what you already did. You already got rid of. You gave Pastor Bubba such a hard time about his girlfriend.
Had come back.
He ain't been back.
He ain't been back since we started talking about Bubette.
I know. So you need to lay off Ricky. Or
He
he'll
don't
run away.
care.
There was some Love Jones.
It's amazing how people can get in your head and just put things in there and just rearrange the furniture.
Are we allowed to gossip a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Come
Yeah,
on.
go ahead. What
There
you
was
gonna
some
gossip
Love Jones yesterday on Facebook
Who?
from Bobette.
Oh, really?
Oh, the Jones, big time.
Was she pledging eternally?
The question's got to be coming soon.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Uh-oh.
She wants something with a ring to
Who's,
it.
who's gonna officiate that one?
Gosh,
JD.
I don't know. I don't have no idea.
And I ain't gonna say nothing on that point.
Oh, my word.
Oh my God.
Good morning, Rod Hoban. Good morning. There's Nick Bird. There's Nick Bird.
Bird, we've been looking for you, Nick.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna say something, but I won't.
Yeah.
I won't say that.
Matter of fact, we got a new fundraiser going for all you folks that live in either Tennessee or Florida. Ladies, we got a promotion going to raise funds. Buy these bumper stickers that say honk if you married Nick. Nick said he's going to start selling coffee cups that says, "Why are you mad at me? I never did nothing to help you." What'd I ever do to help you?
What'd you say? Coffee cups.
Yeah, go sell coffee cups.
I would like to see him get rich on that one.
Nick lives down in Punta Gorda, Florida, and I mean it's the way he talks about it, it's paradise, and he lives right beside of of a flea market down there. We've been trying to figure out different hustles for him to get in where he can just sit there in his yard across from the flea market, grab customers, like sit over and, sell like the
Boiled
frozen
table
washcloths
stains.
and stuff like that.
Boiled table stains.
Boiled table stains.
He said yes and thanks and put money signs up there.
Yeah, put money signs up here. Yeah.
There you go, Nick.
Nick's selling $20 bills for $24 a piece. Come get one. They're special. They got a picture of Andrew Jackson on them. He'll even autograph them for you for an extra $2. Line up, y'all. Single file.
I think we need to.
Nick
I
used to
think we
do.
need-
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say I think we're getting close to needing a song, or we need to talk about smallest gifts, or we need to bring.
I hear you, Cindy. She said, let me break this one
ahead.
right
From the book
now.
of Mark,
Go ahead.
chapter 12. And it says that one day Jesus went into the temple and sat down near the place where the offerings were placed. He sat and watched as the people came by and put in their offerings. Many well-to-do people, dressed in only the best of clothes, came by and made great big deposits. Then he saw something that was a bit peculiar. He watched as this poor widow woman came by and dropped 2 little coins in that combined wouldn't even be as worth as much as a penny. So Jesus called out to his disciples and said, "Come here, I want you to see this. This woman has given more than anybody here. The others gave out of their wealth, but this woman gave all that she had." You see, Jesus is more interested in what's in the heart of the giver than the size of the gift. Remember, God can do big things with even the smallest gift. To find out more about Smallest Gifts Ministries, visit our website at www.smallestgifts.org.
All right, how was that? Where'd you go, Cindy?
Oh, I'm here.
How was
What'd
that?
you do?
Oh, I played a
How was-
Smallest Gifts commercial.
Oh, that's great. That's really good. You're
Oh, Jesus.
you're fast on your feet this morning.
Here's Jeff Seidel with The Outlaw. That's one of our most requested songs, actually. That's a great tune he does.
Some say he was an outlaw, that he roamed across the land with a band of unschooled ruffians and a few old fishermen. No one knew just where he came from or exactly what he'd done, but they said it must be something bad that kept him on the run. Some say he was a poet, that he'd stand upon the hill, that his voice could calm an angry crowd or make the waves stand still, that he spoke in many parables that few could understand, but the people sat for hours just to listen to this man. Some say he was a sorcerer, a man of mystery. He could walk upon the water, he could make a blind man see, that he conjured wine at weddings and did tricks with fish and bread, that he talked of being born again and raised people from the dead. Some say a politician who spoke of being free. He was followed by the masses on the shores of Galilee. He spoke out against corruption and he bowed to no decree. And they feared his strength and power, so they nailed him to a tree. say he was the Son of God, a man above all men, that he came to be a servant and to set us free from sin. And that's who I believe he is, 'cause that's who I believe. And I think we should get ready, 'cause it's time for us to leave.
There we go. Now we played some music. Could you hear that, Cindy?
I could.
Did that help you give a reference on where we are doing it that way?
Yes, it did. And I was just, yes. And so
Good.
I think you need to tell us a story sometime this hour.
What
If
kind
you
of
got
story?
one. I don't know, a good one.
Once upon a
good
time,
story.
a long, long time ago, in a kingdom far, far away.
That sounds like what was the beginning of that story?
Star Wars or something.
No, that was a galaxy. No, there was another story about the dragons. Oh God, what was that? It came out that very same way.
Popeye, the care and feeding of dragons.
Did you- That's what I thought he said, Popeye.
The care and feeding of dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons. I miss old Popeye.
Man, if he
I
came
do
back,
too.
yeah, that was some good cartoon. There, I liked the Goon Lady.
I always liked Fritz
We
the
want
cat. too.
Popeye. We want Popeye. Oh, I couldn't stand Felix the cat, man.
I said Fritz the cat.
Oh yeah.
Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz has quite a history, doesn't he?
Felix the cat.
I couldn't
the
stand him,
wonderful
man.
cat. Oh, me either.
I
But it wasn't anything else on. You only had three channels.
Yeah, and everything, they were all drawn the same way with that funny looking black and white.
I could tell you all about the time that I interfered with a wrestling match.
How did you do that?
I was an overzealous fan.
Oh,
I was about 16. I wasn't 16, wasn't old to drive. I was about 15. My friend and I, Daryl Cozart, we went to the local wrestling, had to have Mom take us.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're out there, we're rooting for all the bad guys. All right, and making all the people around us mad. Well, we're rooting for this one guy, Ape Andrews.
wow.
Ape Andrews. I'm rooting for him. He said, "Shut up, you geeks." Like, so Cozart's, hey, you don't call me no geek. And he says, "Shut up, you pig farmers." You know.
Oh,
You know how
wow.
they do.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you don't call me no pig farmer. So Cozart and I, we fashioned a plan. Cozart's going to go in one side and draw his attention, and I'm going to whack him in the back of the head with a chair. Now, this is on TV. Local TV. You know how local wrestling used to be. So I get the chair, and I come, because we're on like the second or first row. You know, I just get my chair. Cozart slips around like he's going to the bathroom, and he comes charging up the aisleway. So I see him coming, so I start making my move. I'm up in the ring about the time Cozart gets to the ring, and Constable Earl Danbury gets Cozart and holds him on the ground, and I'm in the ring with a chair.
With a chair.
If my brother's watching this, he can attest to this as being factual. So before I could get the chair up, Ape Andrews has put he has put the Tojo on me. I mean, he got 3 or 4 good shots in on me, and I'm about 15. So I finally made my way out of the ring. Well, then Monday morning when I get to school, guess what I got? Everybody saw me got beat up on TV. Yeah, because I had to get up in the ring with the wrestlers and try to hit the guy with the chair.
I bet you hated being alive that day, didn't you?
Oh no, it's fun. It made me famous. You're so stupid. You got in the ring.
You're so stupid.
That's a true story, man. I did.
I bet you won't get in the ring no more, will you?
I bet he could take him. Marcus more agile than you.
He's been in there since
seen
then.
it.
Oh,
right
he's
over here
been-
in this
okay,
Norfolk
okay.
scope
Look
Okay,
here, tell
okay.
him.
What?
with a chair.
You did it again?
Well, it was part of the show that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was the brother of the nature boy, Buddy Landell. I was Mark Landell, and so he was fighting Ric Flair, and I went in the ring with a chair.
Oh, wow.
Got a couple good licks in and saved my brother.
Okay.
You was a policeman then.
Sure was.
Yeah.
But that's when I was Having
Yeah.
fun for a living. I was getting paid to show up and be Purdy.
Buddy Landale.
Wow.
You know he passed away, right? Yeah, he died. He died about, as I understand it, he had a bad wreck and died as a result of his injuries. Living over in Knoxville, still wrestling. You know?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, Buddy and I were good friends. And then we kind of lost touch with each other the last 15 years. But I could tell some stories about that.
Oh, yeah, them guys up there in the band room and
Yeah, that involved things you can't talk about.
Dusty and them taping those
No,
fingers.
exactly.
No, I'm not talking about anything. I'm just saying talking about just wild and crazy times, you know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, there's some good athletes, great
oh my
athletes.
goodness, you don't have to tell
I
me
have a
because I've been in there with
wrestling-
them. You know that.
I actually have a wrestling story of the, what do they call it now? The WWE, or the one that, the really huge production?
Yeah,
Is that what it
WWE.
is?
Yeah.
Mud wrestling.
When my youngest Tyler is now 32, and when he was, I think he was 15 or it must have been about 15. It was before he was driving, and he loved to watch it. He and his cousin both loved it, and they were coming to town, and we got tickets for them right on the front, and they went with some other friends that were going. This other lady and her son took them. So my nephew at the very beginning takes a piece of ice out of his cup and throws it in the ring. So of course security comes up to him and they're like, "You're out of here." Well, then my son argues and says, "Give him another chance. I mean, he shouldn't have done that, but give him another chance." And they told my son, "You're out of here." So they threw them both out of there. And this was televised live. It was one of those that was televised live. So, I mean, so it was at the very beginning. So we get a call. I get a call right away. "Mom, can you come get me?" So they threw them out of there, and they had to walk across the street and find a telephone. And that was before they had a cell phone. And we had, so my son does not like wrestling to this day. He does not like wrestling.
Had a good
Your story's
experience.
better, Mark. Your story's better. They don't tolerate anything anymore. So yeah, I can't imagine a chair.
Well,
Just a piece of ice.
we got out of there before the police could catch us. I got out of that ring. I was scooting. I looked like a rabbit with a beagle on his rear. I was doing it, man. I was low riding. Ricky, what you doing over there? Ricky playing with his phone. He ain't no more involved in this program than
I've got
he is
people
on
that
Mars.
I got
I know
people
you
that are
got-
chiming
I know
in.
you got people chiming in. I see it.
Lord have mercy.
Over here tending to his herd.
Somebody needs to tell him it's dark by 9:30 now.
Yeah, Ricky's over here tending to the flock.
Hey, do you have how about a little T. Graham Brown? You got any Brown over in your jukebox?
I like tea.
Brown, Leah Brown, Jason Crabb, Brown, somebody.
Here's
I
a
like-
T. Graham Brown classic we recut called
Classic.
Wine into Water.
Oh, yeah.
I like tea.
You've heard a multitude of prayers on my behalf, and I pray one more is not too much to ask. I've tried to fight this battle by myself, but it's a war that I can't win without your help. Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. I'm down and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time you turned the water into wine, and now on my knees I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? So many times I've hurt the ones I love. I pushed them to the edge of giving up. They stood by me, but how much can they stand if I don't put this bottle Now on my knees I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? Would you help me turn this wine back into water? Back into water.
I thought he was retired. I don't know why I did.
You what?
I thought cause I was asking him, was T. Graham still alive?
Yeah, we just got that. That got a Grammy nomination in 2015.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just not finding out about these people. When I look at that picture, he looks like Albert Einstein. I said, well, dang, he can't still be.
Albert Einstein. We call it the Andrew Jackson picture.
No, he looks like Albert Einstein. I was like, that
No.
dude got to be gone now.
No, man. T's
Oh my gosh. he
he's
can
still
sing.
out working and
Alive and
great
well.
and doing-
Okay.
He's only about 60.
What? Okay, well, I see it.
And that's his signature song right there, Wine in the
I'm
Water.
sure it's not 160 because he looks
actually
160.
cut
You better
Yeah.
stay, you better shut up because T. Graham about 6'2"
Oh, okay.
and about 260, and he
Wow.
whoop you.
Oh, okay.
He's a big old boy. He whoop you.
Oh, okay.
260.
He's a sweetheart.
Well, I'd be, you know.
I mean, I'm just not finding out
Being
about
generous.
a lot of these people. You know, I'm learning
Yeah,
so
man.
much new stuff and hearing about new people.
Yeah, it's because you've been over there on that side of the tracks.
Well, see, he
You've
ain't
been
gonna let
teaching
us-
me. You've been teaching me about all these other folks I never heard of.
How about some good news?
Shady
How about
Slim and
80 Slim.
I don't know. Say that.
Shady Slim and Ricky told me don't ever play pool with a guy whose first name is a city. Like Detroit Bob or you know,
Detroit Larry.
L.A. Fred. You know, you don't play pool with a guy whose first name is a city, right?
How about some good
Nope,
news
you don't
this
do that.
morning?
What's
He
that?
don't have any good news. Here's the good
got one.
news.
Cindy's got
okay,
some.
okay.
I've got one.
What you
I
got,
a
Cindy?
story.
Let's
I got
go.
a story I just ran across. After her car ran out of fuel, Dundee walked to the station, gas can in hand, with only $5 in her pocket. Sensing she needed help, a young man picked her up, paid for her gas, and gave her all the money in his wallet. 3 years later, Dundee was caring for Judy Wright as a nursing aide. During one of her shifts, she shared the story of kindness with Judy's family. Stunned, Judy's son Chris revealed that he was the man who helped her that day.
Wow.
The Wright family believed God had brought Dundee in their lives to care for their ailing mother. When Judy died, they decided to do something to help Dundee realize her dream of becoming a nurse. So they paid her tuition. How awesome is that?
That's
That's
awesome.
a great story.
Yeah.
Paid her tuition.
Hey.
Yeah.
And to
Isn't
this
that
day, she's
sweet?
able to carry on and do what her heart desires.
Cindy reads those stories with that cadence like a nursery rhyme.
Yes.
And little Ricky fell down and rolled all the way down the hill.
I think next time we ought to just join hands and sing Kumbaya. While
Yeah,
she's
we
doing
should.
it.
We should build a fire in the middle of it and have a fire. You know,
Kumbaya.
I want to hear the story about Ricky walking through the neighborhood and getting chased by 6 rednecks.
If you're ever, when you be
Not his neighborhood.
That would make
Not his
good reality
neighborhood.
TV, wouldn't it? That'd be good reality TV.
Not his
Here's
neighborhood.
This is the story of Ricky's car breaking down in Macon County, Tennessee. And he walked down the interstate until he found this little turnoff that said Westmoreland.
I'm used to it, Cindy.
And a policeman
Yeah.
came by and said, "You lost, boy?" He was just trying to help the policeman.
Poor Ting Ting. Poor Ting Ting. Poor Ting Ting.
Except for you would have been that. Ting, 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 ting.
So the policeman gave Ricky a ride in the back seat to the local Bastille.
With bracelets.
Yes. And when he went inside, When he went inside, they got out the book and the hose.
That sounds like Hamtramck. That's what they used to do.
Hey, I
at
got a
Ham.
story.
Oh,
I've got a
Cindy's sidestepping this. Go ahead.
Go ahead, baby. Thank you, Cindy. I love you.
I've got, that reminds me, working in a barbershop 25 years, I've got so many stories. And so I kind of hold back until it triggers one. And there's, back in the day, back in the 90s, the long hair was in and the mullets. And I had this young man, I used to cut his hair, and he was so picky about his hair. I mean, probably the most particular customer I ever had. And so you can never please him, but you do your best. And so one day, I guess one weekend, he was out driving and he had a bunch of parking tickets that he had not paid. And believe me, they'll catch up with you. And he was stopped by a policeman. They took him into jail, or they of course had him in the holding area. And I guess that was on the day. He was still there Monday morning, and that's when they did the haircuts. And they came in, and they cut all of his hair off. I will never forget that, and I'll never forget him coming back and crying, "Look what they did to my hair. Can you fix it?" So that's a true story. It's funny. It's funny now.
So what were you supposed to do? Were you supposed to make it grow back instantly?
Well, they didn't do that great of a job.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you. You can say, "How can you mess up a burr?" You can mess up a burr. So, Mark, I got a question for you. When y'all were in the military and checking in, is that when you got your hair cut? Or tell me about that.
They peeled us like an onion.
Yeah, and how long did it take them? 2 minutes, or how fast was it?
Gosh, I mean, you get set down and it just goes like 5 or 6 stripes.
Yeah. So
they
I'm
go
sure
forward about 6, and then they go the other way about 6, and then you're done. You're peeled.
They didn't worry if they missed a hair or two. I mean, they were. It was.
Well, they
fast,
didn't miss a
wasn't
hair
it?
or two. They were cutting them things. The old shears were so hot. By the time they got to cutting about 600 people's hair coming in to receive it, that thing hit your head. You hope it's over in a second.
Yeah, the clippers.
They don't even do that anymore. They go there and say, "Yes, I'd like to have a number 3 on the sides and a 5 on the top," and it's a whole lot different
yes.
now. They got a little slip you can put up when you're getting too much stress on you, and the company commander, the drill sergeant's yelling too loud. You hold your little slip up. I guarantee you, if you had to try to hold up a slip with Chief Petty Officer Eugene Nelson, you'd find out what it was like trying to get it out of your ear or your nose or something, because it wasn't going to happen. I mean,
no. Well, they trained soldiers back then. Now they just kind of run them through. They want you to be more, have more of a brain than they do being physical and having the discipline that the military should be putting.
What are you
down.
trying to say?
Me?
Ricky. What are you trying to say?
Ricky.
You trying to say they didn't train us back then?
No, I said they were training y'all back then.
All right, here's what we're going to do now.
What are we
We're going
do?
to talk a little bit about smallest gifts.
That's good.
Good one, Cindy.
Well, why don't you talk about it then, Cindy?
Well,
I'm
not jumping on you.
Good.
I'm
Good.
excited about smallest gifts. In fact, I'm so excited. I'm going to take and put the link on the bottom if anybody wants to come and partner. Sometimes we forget. We talk about it, but we forget to give the link. So to invite people, I think that's what I'm excited about. Let's invite people. If you want to partner with us, I know we're silly now, but we are serious. We can be serious. Believe me, Mark has a drill sergeant. I mean, he really is a drill sergeant. This is just his relaxing time. But we want people to partner with us in what we're doing. If they want to, we want to invite them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's quite amazing and wonderful, what y'all are doing.
Well, let's let Angel tell us about it.
Yeah. So it was just that one tooth that was bothering you.
I wish the children can have food, and I wish someone's give them, and someone's give them a family too.
Was that in your yard?
Because
Yeah.
the kids need family.
Yeah, I left the mics open on that so we could just kind of talk through it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was Angel, and
Oh, she's so precious.
Isn't
she is.
When she says she wished the kids could have food,
Yeah.
and she wished the
Yeah.
kids could have family.
That's all
that
totally.
Just gets
That's
me.
all totally unscripted. And I just hooked a little mic on her and used my iPhone and shot that.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know, Angel, do you have a message that you'd like to send to the people back in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she rolled out there
You
with.
see? You see?
And
7
I
years
love,
old.
yeah, I love this story, Mark,
And-
when you talk about that you took her to the store and asked her, "I need to get a gift for a little girl."
Yeah,
What
I
would a
said
little
I've got
girl
a.
your
I'm-
age.
I said I've got a gift I need to get for a little girl. She's 7, I think, and you know, of course, Angel was 7.
Yeah.
And I said, "Will you help me pick it out?" And so she went around, and she was asking me, you know, like, you know, different things. Does she go to school? And I said, yes. I think she would like a book bag. And I said, oh yeah, which book bag do you think she'd like? I think she would like the Barbie Princess one. And you know, she looked at that. I took her
Yeah.
to the mall, you know.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I got her got an umbrella and you know, just different things. And then when I went and paid for it, and I told her, I said, you're the little girl that we were buying this for. And she didn't understand it for a minute because, you know, she never had anything like that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, kind of sadly, when she went to school with it, she got teased by the other kids because over there, instead of making fun of you because you're poor, they make fun of you if you're rich.
Oh wow.
So she was considered rich.
Oh
from
yeah,
having that one
because she
gift.
had all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
Just that
some
one
even
thing.
a couple girls pushed her down and stuff like that. And
Oh,
told her, you
I
can't,
didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't be our friend anymore because you're too rich or that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You got money.
But
and
it
we
got
don't.
straightened out, you know. It got straightened out. But I mean, it's just, you know, kids are kids, and
Yeah.
but anyway, Angel's such a precious little gem, and she
Oh,
taught
she
herself to
is.
speak English, and she's taught herself to speak Chinese.
Wow.
Her national language is Tagalog, and she speaks it, and then her local dialect is Visayan, and she speaks that. And then, as I said, she speaks Chinese, and she speaks English, and she's self-taught and all that. She's absolutely brilliant.
Wow.
But she's taught herself to speak those languages because her dad makes a living repairing TVs and computers.
Okay.
And
Wow.
she'll watch cartoons that come out of China,
Yeah.
or watch, and then she'll learn from
Yeah.
those cartoons. And,
Oh wow.
yeah, but that's how she's
amazing.
learning.
That's
And
amazing.
Mark, speaking of that, you know, the thing they cherish most over there is an education. These kids love that they can go to school.
Oh gosh.
And one thing we do through we need to talk about that, through the
Yeah.
orphanage and providing food for them and rice. Not only do we feed our children in the orphanage, there are indigent children that come and we feed them. We don't close the doors to them. They'll come over and eat breakfast, then go to school, then come and eat lunch, and then go back to school, and then come home and go
yeah,
eat.
absolutely. We just
So
we just help
so
take
we're-
care of the community. Well,
Yes.
they do. We inspire them to take care of the community.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you
But
know,
I
the
mean,
more
we just
funds we
provide the
get,
food.
and just and here again, folks. I mean, I know that a lot of you all listen regularly, and you've heard this time and time again. And we don't sit here and hammer you to give us money. That's not what we're here for. We do want to let you know that if you want to be a part of it, you can. We've opened it up. We've done this with just our families, up until this past year. And we've opened it up now for other people because we
Yeah.
realize that we can grow it further. And if it's something you'd like to be a part of, we've put it down at a level to
Right.
where that just about anybody can reach it.
And we always need more help. I mean, we need money to buy
We've got-
toothpaste. We need money.
We got somebody just showed up in the studio. We're talking about smallest gifts, and we have got his omnipotence. And he's not going to come on the camera, apparently, but Pastor Bubba.
Oh, Pastor
Bubba
I
has
miss
stepped
you.
in. Can you just come over and give a wave or something? Give us a wave offering. You've balanced it out. Now, me and Bubba are the red team. Me and Bubba are the red team. Ricky and Frank are the other team. We've balanced it out now.
Did you bring your note?
Just keep praying for us.
There he is.
Here, stand right there where you are.
I had to wear it this morning.
Bubba's
too.
in timeout.
No note. Time out.
He didn't have a note. He didn't have a note for not being here.
A week.
This is what Cindy's been making us do. Like this right here. If we get out of line, we'll put you in the penalty box.
We've been doing that all morning too.
Cindy.
Yeah. Pray for me, Pastor.
So anyhow, and just so some of you will know, the pastor has been out. You're here for a while, right? You leaving now? All right. Bubba's been out for a while, and I'm not going to go into details, but Bubba does a lot of things that are a little unorthodox. Like, for example, through the summertime, instead of having a Sunday night service that he officiates, one of our associates has a Sunday night Bible study. What is that? Is that your house phone, Cindy?
That was my house phone. I'll
All
take
right.
care of it.
Scared me. But Bubba has a pool in his backyard, and he invites a lot of the single young Navy guys that don't have anywhere to go without getting in trouble, and then they invite friends. And it may start off with one guy who is a person that is goes to the church here, but then he starts inviting his unchurched friends, and then next thing you know, you got guys over there that from either unchurched or hadn't been in church in a while, or from different faiths, and that's how he ministers to people. I mean, he'll even go out to like one of the local bars, and they know him in there, and he just goes in there and has a Coke and visits and talks to some of these people. And one of the people that he learned that way, the wife committed suicide last week, and he's been dealing with this.
Oh, wow.
And like almost straight across the street from your home. Isn't that right, Bubba? And so this is someone he's been very close with and counseling with both her and the young man. And so he's been dealing with that. One of the parents was out of the country, and had to wait for all that. But it's just been really taxing on him. And I know he's missed being here. He's told me that, and I know a lot of you guys have asked repeatedly, "Where's Pastor Bubba?" And that's where he's been. And I don't mind telling you, because I'm not bragging about it, but he is truly
busy.
A pastor. He's busy being a pastor. He's not busy out taking care of foolishness and going around here and having meetings where everybody just patting each other on the back and talking about how holy they are. This guy's going in the trenches.
There you go.
And if you're anywhere in the Hampton Roads area and you'd like to get to meet him and get what we get at church,
amen.
We're right here at 40. What is it? I didn't lost it.
4832.
4832. I'm getting it back at 4832 Haygood Road in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You can come by. We have a traditional service at 8 o'clock where we break out the hymnal and turn off the video screens, and then we have a regular, normal, modern day service at 11 o'clock. But you get to meet Pastor Bubba and the folks here at Calvary Church, where this programming originates from. Smallest Gifts is its own entity, but Calvary Church provides us with a place for us to do our broadcast. And Pastor Bubba, if he ever gets his schedule freed up, has plans to start a teaching segment on here and make it available to people that would like to have the outlines that go with the teaching and all that, but actually do the teaching here, where we can set up and people can ask questions, like go in and teach for like the first 30 minutes and then take questions for the next 30.
Okay.
I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's something you folks would like. But But at any rate, and Pastor Bubba is a huge part of our spiritual mentorship and all that.
Yes, he
For
is.
Smallest Gifts and for keeping me and Ricky and Frank from running completely off the road. I mean, we hit the guardrails frequently, and he just, you know, in that gentle way, he'll get us out of here.
He
In
sure
his
does.
loving and kind way, he'll say, and get all red and spit on you because he's our loving and kind shepherd with a staff that he'll crack you right in the skull with.
He's our sheepdog.
Yeah.
They are sheepdog.
Sheepdog, your hind end. Ain't no sheepdog. But the truth is, he's the most loving guy in the world. We love Pastor Bob. Maybe we missed you, but the smallest gifts, and that's go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I really miss him on some days.
On some days she really
Yes,
misses you.
some
on
days I
some
really
days.
miss him. On
Yeah.
some days when y'all are really.
Well, it's
getting
Ricky.
out.
It's
You're
Ricky
doing
does
good.
it. It's not me. It's Ricky
I
that
take the
causes
blame
it.
for all of this.
She's the sheepdog. He's
Oh
the
yeah,
shepherd.
You're the sheepdog, Cindy.
Yeah.
That's the shepherd over there.
He'll throw that hook around your neck.
He so will.
I'll tell you 2 seconds. If you don't like it, don't let get out. If you just come here to stir up trouble, get out.
He will tell you.
He'll
will
tell
tell
you
you.
2 seconds.
And let me say, Sunday his service Sunday is also online where they can pull it up.
Sunday services are online, and you can pull it up, and we carry it on Smallest Gifts on SGBN, and it's really kind of cool. But we'd like to have you come, and you know, if you want to make online church your church because you live in Alaska or something, and you want to make it, this is a good place. Just go online there and pay your tithes. go to CalvaryVABeach.org and swipe your card. I mean, it's very simple. You're welcome, Bubba.
You trained him well, haven't you? You trained him well.
But there's one thing about it. You ain't got to worry about the feds coming getting after him like they just have this latest televangelist who will go nameless when that they've gone and got after him because this joker don't even take enough money out of the church, pays gas for his car. He's financing his own career. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh,
but anyway.
Bubba's special to us.
Well,
He's
yeah,
one
he
of
is special, and you can take that about any way you want to take it. Oh, he's special. He's special, all right.
in my way. In my way, it's sweet. In my way, it's sweet.
Oh, in
But
Cindy's
Calvary
way,
is
it's
such a-
sweet.
Yes.
In Cindy's way, it's sweet. You don't have to duck this joker. You don't have to try to hide from him.
you ain't lying.
Poor Ricky going here. Poor Ricky. Ricky sidelines working on the church, keeping the maintenance on the church. You know, Ricky go here clean 91 baseboards, and he walks by number 92. When you gonna clean the baseboards? That's why we love him, man.
That's another one got me shell shocked. See there? He won't give me no air.
You know what, though? That's called leadership. That's called leadership. That's called being on your game and managing by walking around and all that kind of stuff. But we love Bubba. Back to Smallest Gifts, huh?
Yes, and we thank Calvary Baptist for being one of our sponsors.
Yes, we thank Calvary for sponsoring us with our facilities and the things that we do here and stuff like that. It just really is a huge help, and the people here at the church are very supportive of what we do. Smallest Gifts, huh?
And let's thank our sponsors this morning, and I want to say a personal happy birthday to one of them, Wally Moyers. Today is his birthday. He's actually 64, and his son just posted something, that funny song, you know, when you turn 64. So we want to tell Wally happy birthday, and we want to thank Moyers Sound Solutions for what they've done.
Moyers Sound Solutions for all that they do, including including providing the sound system for our orphanage and church operations in the Philippines, which incidentally, as I understand, have been ruined by the by the latest earthquake and monsoon and all that kind of stuff. But that's okay. That's why we're here. We just keep as it gets torn down, we'll build it back. So. Yeah, it got debris fell on it, so.
Wow.
Oh,
But it's,
no.
yeah, they're still trying to use it, but I think it's only got about 1 or 2 channels that's working on it. But anyway, that's a whole different story. But
We'll address that later.
Yeah, we'll address that later. I just wanted to bring that up, but I don't even know why I threw it out there, but it is what it is. But we've been rebuilding since the earthquake, and that's through funding provided by people that have given gifts. Dewey and Debbie Jenkins and DICARP and the things that they do for us and the things that they have contributed to the rebuilding efforts over there. And Calvary Church hosted a yard sale, and we raised a bunch of money for that. And so we're still in the rebuild process. But smallest gifts, whatever you give, that money goes to the field because we have sponsors that take care of our administration costs. And then we also contribute ourselves to taking care of that. We contribute our time, we contribute our own resources, and then we have my family on the ground over there does. You couldn't count the money that we don't have to pay for because they're there in country doing what typically a missionary might do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
They're
they
doing
are.
work that
Yes,
what a
they
missionary that you'd have to pay for their salary and relocation and supply, you know, but they are there. So, you know, we're very fortunate in that respect. But Smallest Gifts Ministries, check us out, smallestgiftsministries.org. Learn about it. Become a part of Smallest Gifts. And this stuff that we do in the morning, this morning sunshine, we have the meat and potatoes that comes from the songs that we play. We are selective about what we play. We have the meat and potatoes when we do share the word with you, and we miss Pastor Bubba coming in and doing that. It means so much. And we try to sub as best we can. But it really is about reaching people that could not be reached to learn the principles and the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Through loving them first and allow the Holy Spirit to do his job.
There's a lady here's got a question, Catherine Johnson. Can we donate to Smallest Gifts through smile.amazon?
Well, you know, Catherine, I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. I mean, I guess all we got to do is get hooked up to it.
Right.
So thank you for bringing that up, and the answer is going to be soon. You will. We're not set up for it now. I didn't even know what it is, but you can share with me what that is, and we'll figure it out. Smile.amazon. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But at any rate, how about this? Let's do a song.
Hi, we're the Oak Ridge Boys, and you're listening to the Smallest Gifts Radio Network on SGBN.
And we love the Oaks and what they do, man. That's so nice of them.
Yes, we do.
In the garden.
Listen to Frank singing. Here's Jeff Seidel with a remake of the old Mr. Mister tune. It's called Kyrie, like Kyrie eleison, which means Lord have mercy.
I like this version.
The wind blows hard against this mountainside, across the sea into my soul. It reaches into where I cannot hide, setting my feet upon the road. My heart is old, it holds my memories. My body burns a gem like flame, somewhere between the soul and soft machine is where I find myself again. Carrying down the road that I must travel, carrying through the darkness of the night, carrying
Ain't that cool?
And then
That is. I love the music.
I think that's just so cool.
I even like the end of the song. It just takes you somewhere.
It's like you can see that truck rolling over the horizon.
Yeah, man.
I like the no, it's not the banjo. What is that called? That's in that. I
Mandolin?
love that.
Now you better call it a banjo, or Bruce will get mad.
Okay. Well, I thought it had
It's
the
not
other-
Bruce playing on it either. That's one point of contention.
I thought it was banjo. I love
You know,
it. You don't
it's the
expect
get
that in
Joe.
there.
It's the get Joe.
Get-go.
Yeah, it's
That's
get
what I
Joe.
was trying to think
I've
of.
never
It's
heard of
the
that.
get-go.
Well,
I
it's
love
it's a
that.
banjo.
I love it.
It's made like a banjo, but it's strung like a guitar.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what you hear in the modern songs
Man,
where it sounds like a
that's-
banjo.
I
Yeah.
thought they
Drum.
always like that.
It's got the
Ooh,
drum
I
and all
love
that.
it.
You got what?
I thought they always like that.
Me too.
No, it's strung and chorded different. And all
Man,
that.
I mean that when that jumps in, when everything else drops out, and that rhythm is still going, man,
And that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's Joel Keys, and that's Andy Lefkowitz.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Andy and Joel, they play on some smash records, big smash records.
And play
Wow.
live,
Of course,
too.
that's
They
all the
don't-
all the musicians that we
Yeah.
that we work with in the studio are like that way. They're like, you look at their resume and it's intimidating, and you just go, gee whiz.
Did y'all talk about Overhead Door?
No, that I was going to bring them up too.
Overhead
We
Door
need
in
to talk
Dakar.
about Overhead Door in Lubbock. Yes, we share once again about our sponsors, Dakar and Overhead Door. If you are in the Lubbock or South Plains, West Texas area, and you need any work done to your garage door, whether you need repairs or a new one, please use them.
Yes,
They
and
are
if you're in Hampton
absolute
Roads and you're
best.
willing to pay an $8,000 service call charge, you can get them to come here. I just took that on myself.
8,000.
Eight
boy.
8,000 for the service call.
You are too much, Mr.
Yeah.
Carmen.
Yeah.
You're too much.
Too
Oh, this-
high,
yeah.
too high.
And,
He
and
said-
when you're in the studio, I've got to tell people this. When Mark is in the studio and we are working, you sit there and you keep your mouth shut. He
Yeah, it's a
is
different guy than
all
you see here.
business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
we get. Who you are now is that evening when we finished and it's fun and it's wrapped up and we go to dinner. This is what you get.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah, but when in the studio, it's different.
No,
Yeah.
it's serious business. It's
All right, pull it back there
serious
to bar
business.
54 is a 7-flat-9 split 4/5 push going into that bridge section. Let's push those two bars as we're doing the pickups, okay? Go.
Yeah. No joke. Yeah.
You remember when Pig would call that stuff out, being blind?
Well, no, I don't remember him calling it out, but I remember him. I remember one time we were playing a song called Miracle that he's blind, and I remember Pig playing. We were recording a song, and the name of it was Miracle, and it's one of those stupid arrangements I do that changes keys about 80 times, Yeah. Pig says, "Sure wish I had a corn chart."
Oh no.
And then about after his about fourth attempt, he said, "It's gonna be a miracle if I ever get this song cut."
Well, you need to explain to our listeners that don't know who he is.
He's one of the. At one
blind.
time, he was the most recorded musician in the history of the American Federation of Musicians. He played on records with Frank Sinatra and Alabama and
Wow.
everybody that there is. I mean, playing
Ronnie
on
Millsap,
Ray Charles, playing on
Charlie
Ray
Rich,
Charles's
Charlie Rich.
records, playing
Yeah.
piano on Ray Charles
Oh,
records
yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that. You
that
got
boy
to
has
be
some
bad.
clout. He has
You're
some
gonna be
clout.
bad.
That's right. That's
Elvis
right.
playing on Elvis records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When actually Millsap played on Elvis records.
Hmm.
I don't know that Pig did, but Millsap played on the Elvis record, Kentucky Rain, and that's how he played on.
Really?
Okay.
I didn't know
Yeah, that's Millsap playing piano on that. But anyway, old Pig, he's a legend, and when it's funny. One time we're in the studio, and he's blind as a bull bat. I mean, he can't see anything. And one time we went to lunch and came back, and I turned the lights on, scared me to death. There's Pig sitting at the piano, and I just instinctively was, "Well, what are you doing sitting in here in the dark?" Hey, you remember the time we were in the studio and the lightning struck and it knocked the power out? And you're playing along and you got the headphones on, and all of a sudden all you can hear is stuff outside the headphones. You hear the drummer going, coming through coming through the booth. And Pig said, "What happened? The electric go out?" So, somebody said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, if any of you need me to lead you out of here to the bathroom, I'll oblige you."
Have you ever seen his mother?
Oh, stop. He hadn't either.
No.
That was cold.
Yeah,
That was cold, man.
no, Pig. He's funny though, man. He's like he'll see me and he'll say,
Can you throw that out to Cindy?
Yeah, put that up for Cindy. This is for Cindy.
Okay.
All right, you're in timeout. So
Oh, I'm in.
yeah, you're in timeout for saying that.
That's your first one.
Yeah, but we're at the top of the hour right now. I'll tell you one little thing, one more thing about old Pig. Riding back from well, I better not say that one. it is kind of funny. This I wasn't there, but there's a real popular story told as true. They were cutting a Millsap record, and Chet Atkins drove Millsap and Pig down to get something to eat, and while they were there, they had a couple little adult beverages.
Okay.
So on the way back, they get stopped by the Nashville police on about 16th Avenue. All right, going toward the studio on 16th. And so the policeman says, "Well, Chet, looks like you've had a little bit too much to drink. And I know Millsap can't drive, so buddy, how about if you slide over here and drive?" So Pig drove. He got in the driver's seat, and Chet's sitting in the middle with with his left hand steering back to the studio. So, I just think that's funny.
How blind man.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. When Pig drove down Music Row, he just sitting in the seat and mashing the gas.
That's
I'll tell
amazing.
you. I'll tell you one more quick one. It'll make Cindy mad before we go, and then we'll get out of here. So there, sessions going on. Pig standing leaning up against the carpeted wall like this, rocking back. You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
He's rocking back and forth. That's what he do. Put his hands behind his back and rock against that, the studio wall that's
Yeah.
got carpet up the side. Well, one of the players, which will remain nameless, he was smoking a joint. And kept blowing it on Pig. Well, next thing you know, Pig don't do that. Next thing you know, Pig's hiring a Georgia Pine. So the same guy says, "Get up off the floor, Pig. We're going to cut that song again." He just goes, "Crank."
My goodness.
Well, thanks for waking up with us.
Yeah, you should be good and awake by now.
If you're out there on the West Coast, get your shoes on. Get out before the traffic gets bad.
Yeah, that's right.
Get out of the house. What's your plan today, Cindy?
Go take my mom to lunch.
That's good.
How about you, Frank?
Okay.
I got a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, I hope you live through it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be
I
praying
got-
for you, Frank.
Oh, thank you.
There
Cindy.
you go.
What you got, Ricky?
I got some things I need to get done around the church. I got to set some stuff up for dinner tonight and make sure everything is tight.
Oh, that's right. That's tonight.
Yeah, dinner's tonight.
What's on the menu? Do you know?